Hello.
I don't know how many people we got on yet. I don't have my iPad set up or anything, so I can't see what's going on other than what I see on the StreamYard app here. So if you're on, say hi. But anyways, yeah, we're live. We're live. We got Steve. I got Trevor hanging out on my couch. Steve hanging out at his house, and yeah, we're gonna do some clownfish egg transfer tonight. Some people have been asking how I get my eggs from the main tank to the clownfish rack, so I'll show you the extremely easy process in that tonight. What do you got, Steve? You got some stuff to show us, eh?
I do. I can just head over there. 1 second. I'll just switch my so that we're looking at the right thing. There we go. So, with all the angels are getting bigger and ready to go. Did we lose you?
Sorry, could you not hear me, Steve?
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was giving you the. There you go.
There we go.
I did it proper.
Yeah, the angels are getting big, so I gotta find a new home for them so I can make room for more.
Well, there you go. Get some profit for your efforts.
So I got babies in this one. I got babies in this one. This tank is playing I don't know, 10 different roles. I got like tons of baby plecos in there.
Well, this is
baby angels and bigger angels and really tiny plecos and
Steve, people do entire videos just about what you're doing with this tank. People do entire videos of, oh, let's do a fish for profit tank.
yeah.
Well, that's exactly what you're showing us right here. I have tanks like this as well, and it's so easy to make a fish for profit tank like this because yeah, you got several different types of income from that tank.
Yeah. I could probably trim off some of these plants too, but I just keep them in there because it keeps the water a little bit clearer, sucks up some of the nitrates and whatnot.
It's definitely a busy tank with those angels.
Yeah, yeah. There's too many fish in here. There's probably close to 70 pleco babies plus the angels and plus the baby ones on the hang-on backs here.
Yeah, they put some bio load on. I have usually plecos in hang on backs like that, and yeah, they can dirty them up very fast.
Yeah,
But they work great.
they do. Yeah, I love them. They've been in there since they hatched from eggs. I just put the whole slate right in there.
Okay.
And then I don't know. Got some of these guppies that I got from you. They're starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, they're turning out good. Went
These
a
are the
weird.
these are the half blacks that came out of the batch.
Yeah, and actually, the guy I got the guppies from sitting on my couch. That's yeah, these came from Trevor originally. Some of those turned out half black, eh, Trevor?
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the half blacks. So I separated a bunch of females and males into this tank, just with the half blacks, and then all the metallics are over on the other side.
Okay. Oh yeah, they're pretty. They're pretty.
As I see the blacks coming out, then I just flip them over to the other tank.
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good.
Good, good. So,
I lost my I lost one of my big female guppies, but I don't know how old they are. So they're starting to show a bit of age. So I think they're getting close to the end of their life.
Yeah, with the breeding they've done too, probably takes a toll on them.
Yeah.
I'm going to add another picture screen in here for a sec, Steve, because we're going to be a little bit time sensitive here
Yeah. No worries.
for the first little bit. And just going to give everybody a heads up of what we're in for here. I'm going to take myself out of the stream. And so these guys here are stirring up all the mess. Um, there's eggs in that cave, and this is in my tank upstairs, my marine tank upstairs. And that clay pot's got a bunch of eggs in the back of it. And a lot of people have asked, like, how do you get them from there to your hatch tanks? So in about a half an hour at 9 o'clock, we're gonna go up and do that. I do it on a time schedule. I try to keep it as scheduled as possible. I know my lights up there go off at about 9:30, so I want to leave as little time between the male, the father, looking after the eggs, and me looking after the eggs before they hatch, because he does a way better job of it than I do. So yeah, I do it at 9, and I'll show you how I get the tank all blacked out for the night and set up and ready to go. So that's
Cool.
yeah, that's
What are you using to distract the parents?
nothing,
Oh yeah.
nothing. My hand. Yeah, no, we got a schedule now. We know what we're doing now.
Yeah.
We work together pretty good,
All right.
and they don't bite at me anymore. Or nothing. I just take that pot out,
Yeah.
and then I immediately replace it with an identical pot
Right.
and put it back in, and that way they don't ever stop hosting this pot.
Okay.
I learned that the hard way, because if I don't, they'll go find something else to host, and they'll then lay their eggs on the rocks, and then they're really hard to get out.
Right.
So I want them to always host this pot, so that yeah, it's so easy to get the eggs out. Bob Kaler, actually, I don't know if he's on here or not tonight, but he was asking me about that because his are laying on the rocks. And the only advice I can give is either make your rocks really easy to get out and make them small rocks, or try to get them to start laying in a pot.
Right.
Pot, piece of slate, something you can get out. So I think in this tank, they really like the pot because of the security. There's a lot of fish in this tank, and there's a lot of fish that would love to eat their eggs. And I think this pot offers them the security to be able to guard it well. So they go to it.
You don't have any problems with predation or anything like that?
I don't think so. I don't think so. This male is he looks after his stuff. Like, he doesn't stray far from that pot. It's actually I make a conscious effort actually to get food down to him, because he won't come up very far away from it to eat.
Ah, okay.
So I actually try to shoot a bunch of food down to him to make sure he eats well, because frankly, he's the hardest working fish in this tank.
Right.
Yeah, he does this continually. Like, this batch is they laid it a day after the last batch hatched.
Wow.
So, like, no break at all. He just keeps going. And I should actually see if there's a way that I could get them to take a break, but not lose hosting that pot. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
I could get them to just take even a 3-day vacation, just to just give them a break. It's got to be wearing them out.
Yeah. I don't know what happens in the wild. I'm not sure if they go like that or not.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all.
Maybe a
Uh,
temperature change or something. Maybe
hmm.
bring the temperature down a little bit, or
Yeah, I'm not sure. I really don't. I don't want to affect the rest of my corals and the rest of my fish either, though, right?
true.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe block the cave somehow or something a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe he'll take a break on his own. Maybe he'll know when enough's enough. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, I got that all set up upstairs for that. Um,
What else you got
oh,
going there?
yeah, this is my rack, but I got it panned unless I do it on solo layout. There you go.
Yeah, that looks good.
Um, so yeah, where these this hatch tank is going to be is when you're looking at your screen, it'll be the far left tank on the center rack.
Okay.
That's going to be the hatch tank, and I'll show you how I blanket it all up and get it ready. And yeah, there's quite a few fish on that rack now. You'll see one of the tanks is blocked off. It's I still have the black across the face of the tank, and that's because there is larvae in there. There's about 20 from the last batch. It wasn't a very good batch. Very low, very low hatch percentage.
Hmm.
But I think I screwed up. I screwed up with the air stone. I don't think I think I put too much turbulence on them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So you'll see I got some phytoplankton up on that top rack going there. I've been dabbling with that a bit. My friend Trevor, he got a phytoplankton culture going, and he graciously brought some over to my place. So I set that jug up with it, and I've been using it quite a bit, just a straight up phyto, uh, mostly for just the green water in the tanks. I've been feeding the rotifers still RG Complete and Rotogrow Plus.
Huh.
But yeah, I've been just greening the water in the larvae tanks with phytoplankton. Innisfil Creek Honey's got a question. He says, "Why do you black the tanks out?" So the theory behind blacking the tanks out for clownfish larvae is that their sense of light direction is not accurate yet at that age, and they will smash their faces off the glass until they're dead if they see light coming through. So I have actually seen them do this, and I've actually seen some that have lived that have done this, and yeah, their heads are all deformed. So until they learn that the top of the water is up, um, it's good practice to block out all four sides of the tank.
Hmm. That's so crazy.
Yeah, yeah, you wouldn't think it, but yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it for sure. So yeah, that's what's that's right there. What's going to be going in? I'd say that's a couple hundred eggs ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah, they're pretty tiny.
Yeah, yeah, they're not that big. Um, Green Reef, hello. I do shade the top. Um, I'll show you. I'll show you when we put the eggs in there. I do have a shade on the top, and I use a very light on the top, and they get 24-hour light, but it's not very powerful light at all. They like light, and really, I haven't found larvae to be that sensitive to light. Maybe if you were hammering them with light, and if you notice the two tanks that I'm using for larvae tanks, they're at the ends of the rack. All the intense light is actually in the middle of the rack, and they actually get just a little bit of light on the ends of the rack. You can tell by the algae as well. The 2 tanks in the middle get all the algae. So yeah, they don't have as intense light to begin with, and then yeah, once I shade it, it's even a little less intense. So yeah, that's what's going on with that.
You
We
probably
still
don't
got
even you probably don't even need that much light.
no,
You
I
don't,
probably don't.
you don't have any corals or anything in there, do you?
I do have a couple of anemones in there,
Okay.
and but they're not happy. They're not happy in there. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep anemones in there. There's not enough for the proper kind of light for them. It's just straight up white light.
Right.
So I don't think anemones do well without the blue. So yeah, they're not happy. So I maybe have to move the anemones or put a different kind of light up.
Right. Oh, let's go this way.
You got your baby clowns down there?
No, they're upstairs in the
They're
room.
upstairs. Ah.
That's just the shrimp tanks.
Oh, I see.
They're doing pretty well. There's quite a few in there. I think we lost you again.
Sorry. I was answering your question there, Green Reef, but I had my mute on. Yeah, I do that, and I actually go probably like a week after meta because they don't all go through meta at the same time. Pretty much the first 3 weeks, I do that. I love those rabbit snails, Steve.
Yeah, he's huge, this one. He's like, there's my finger.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big for sure.
Yeah, I've got lots of cherry shrimp going on here.
Oh yeah. I think my little shrimp tank behind me here kind of crapped out. Well, I crapped it out. I didn't do anything with it for a long time. So is Jen back into her shrimp there, or do you take over the shrimp?
No, I'm pretty much just keeping them filled up and fed, and I got all kinds of convicts going on.
I'd say.
Oh, this is a small batch.
The convict king.
Here, I'll show you the other one.
Too bad he didn't have that many clownfish babies.
There you go.
Jesus. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's way too many for a 20-gallon tank, so I have to change the water a couple times a week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. Jesus. Get those parents to stop.
Well, I leave them in there because they don't breed when you leave the babies in.
Right. Green Reef, how often are you adding rotifers the first few days? I kind of keep my eye on it. I just make sure there's rotifers in there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a scientific number for you or anything. I kind of, as long as I see there's an abundance of them, I leave it alone. And if I notice there's not that many, I add more. Yeah, about as simple as that. And I'll tell you, with breeding clownfish, what I've noticed is it's a lot of that. It's a lot of not straight answers, really. It's what it is. A lot of the time, Yeah, it's a lot of time it's not a straight answer, and a lot of time it's kind of hands-on, figure it out. It works this way sometimes. What might work in my system may not work in your system. Products I'm able to get, you might not be able to get. Products you're able to get, I might not be able to get. There's so many variables with raising them, I guess would be the easiest way to say. So some of it's just trial and error. Most of it for me has been trial and error. I don't even have a microscope yet.
No, eh?
No, that's the only way to really count your rotifers properly. Really, that's yeah. Your dog sounds like an elephant. It's like
Yeah, he's
tiny.
slipping and sliding on the floor. His legs are going a mile a minute, but he's only doing half a kilometer an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at
So,
this.
you like your water change system there still?
Oh, I do. I love it. Yeah. Check this little guy out.
Oh wow.
He never grew.
From the same batch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get runts in just about every type of fish, eh?
Yeah. He just never grew. I
And
got
they
these
just
nice orange ones.
they just don't usually live in the wild. They usually get killed.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this. This water change is fantastic.
Well, I've seen lots of nice and clear water, that's for sure.
Yeah, all I have to do is open up the drain and then open up one of the valves and away it goes.
So you're doing that tank a couple of times a week now?
Yeah. Yeah, just there's so many of them in there.
Yeah, Green Reef, the research is so uh, con- uh, contradicting, I guess is the word. One person says one thing, like some people say, never use RG Complete as tint-free water. Yet other people say, hey, that's all I've ever used is RG Complete for tint. Everybody says something different on what to feed, what temperature to raise them at, what salinity to raise them at. It's I don't know. It's I kind of take a little bit from each little bit of research I get, apply it to my situation, and see how it works out. And so far, I've had some failures, and so I've had some successes and some failures. So I guess I just got to learn from them and go with the ways that work.
So, are you finding that you have more success now, or now that you got the rack
It's
going?
not really.
No, eh?
I'm finding the growth rates of my bigger fish are better.
Yeah.
But I'm finding so far through some mishaps and misfortunes and not being used to the rack, and I think I killed the last batch with brine shrimp. I fed them too much brine shrimp. Maybe it was not decapsulated, and I think I killed a bunch with that. So yeah, I've had some problems with that, but so no, not really. I haven't had a lot more success, hoping that this batch maybe will be more successful. And I'm having some success with a batch I'm raising on there right now, albeit it's a small batch. But we'll look
So,
at them in a few minutes. Yeah,
I guess once you get used to working with the rack, it'll start improving.
I'm thinking so because the improvement that I have gotten from it is water quality. That
Right.
that rack has awesome water quality now. Like it's fantastic. There's literally I think 8 sponge filters in the system, plus all the scrubbers and biomedia and protein skimmer, the live rock refugium, all that stuff. That the water's crystal clear and it's healthy, no ammonia, and it's been really easy to do water changes in the larvae tanks as well to keep them at no ammonia. So
Right.
healthier fish. Hello, Rob. Good to see you. So I think I'm pretty much ready. It's almost 9 o'clock, Steve,
Okay.
to head upstairs, and I'll be using my cell phone up there. And yeah, I think I'm ready to head up, and we'll figure out, show you all how we transfer the babies to down here.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Green Reef, I think so. With the water quality, it's. I guess we'll see with these next couple of batches of larvae I raise up, but I think it is gonna clear up those issues completely. So give me just a minute, folks, and I'm gonna head upstairs. I'm gonna put this on solo layout,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm gonna head up there, and we'll show you how to do this part of the task. Hey, cameraman.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I wonder if everybody can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, everybody, this is my 65-gallon tank where the parent clownfish live. There's a few fish in here. Got my green spotted puffer, my dory. We got a red-eyed cardinal there. Right here, we got a hawkfish. And there's a couple of different kinds of serpent starfish and whatnot in here. A little bit of coral, a lot of algae, lots of hammers. It's a great big mushroom coral. Hairy mushroom, I've been told that's called. Some more hammers. Got this weird stuff down here. I don't even know what it is. Some type of mushroom or frog spawn or something. Some more hammers and our guys here. So, real simple. What I'm going to do, Trevor's going to do the camera work here because I can't do it and hang on to the camera at the same time. But I'll basically take that one light off, and go in, grab the pot, put the pot in some water, and put the new pot in place. So here I'll hand the camera over to Trevor, and we'll get started. There we go. So yeah, like I said, I just simply get this out of the way. The reason I do this at this time too is because these lights do go off at about 9:30. So they go off at 9:30. I really I want to keep the schedule the same. And when you keep the schedule the same, the egg should hatch properly. Some people call me a wussy. I always wear a glove. Always wear a glove. Way too many things in there that want to sting me or bite me or anything else. So simply just take some water in a bucket.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I'm not into getting stung. There's like foreign enemies in here. Coral sting too. Everything stings and bites. Lots of gross algae in here too. So, simple as that. I do that. really not supposed to do this with how much weight on the top of your tank, but I do. And then I keep this ready as well. This is very important to get this pot right back in so they don't stop hosting that pot. So, go down. Everybody's going to be super mad at me. Pull that out. And I try to be fairly quick at that point. They say it doesn't bother them to be exposed to air, but I try not to do it. I try to get my pot right back in there. In there. I like that little coral right up by it. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody's happy. Just like that. And you can see, Trevor can get in on that. You can see they go straight back to the pot. They just start hosting the pot. Immediately after again. Just like that.
How big is the pot?
It's a 4-inch. 4-inch terracotta pot. I don't know if you can see. There they are. There they are. So we'll get them taken downstairs and set up. I'll leave this camera up here. We don't need it downstairs, but I'll turn it back on mute. And we'll see you in just a couple of minutes.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, what did I miss while I was gone? Not much, but we got Chewy in. We got Jeff Wren in. Merry Christmas to both of you. Merry Christmas to everybody. What was that, Steve?
Oh, I'm just looking at what you're looking at there.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we got them downstairs here. I'm going to switch my camera over to that one. And what are you showing us there, Steve? Some duckweed?
Yeah, my phone's sitting on top of a tank while I put some fish food in.
Nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually walk over to this tank, and hopefully you guys can still hear me.
Yeah.
I should actually see about the audio, and if I can... Yeah, I can actually move the audio to over there. So I think I'm going to do that.
Practice, Trevor. So, hello everybody.
Can't hear you, buddy. I don't know if you can still hear me, but we can't hear you.
Stop. Can you hear me now, Steve?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
So you didn't hear any of that, eh?
I seen some hand waving.
Oh, okay. So,
That was pretty much it. You have to repeat everything you said there.
so yeah, basically, what I was doing was showing you how to put. I literally just the water's all the same. The water
Yeah.
upstairs and the water here is all the same. So basically, I can do a straight transfer into this tank. I shut off the flow from the system to the tank, so it's essentially isolated now.
Yeah.
And also, I have to put some netting over top of that intake tube for the drain, so that babies don't get sucked into there. And I spoke about the placement of the air stone, how I like the air stone right at the front of the cup. You don't want to like be violent with the eggs, but you want them to just move around a little bit, and that seems to be the best spot to kind of get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I guess the air's not right on them, is it?
No, it's not. I find if it's too hard on them, they just don't fare out well. The best success I've had is where I have it right now, just right at the front. So yeah, the other thing we have to do is blanket the tank off. So how I blanket it off is with garbage bags. I just use black garbage bags, and I make sure I have the tank's already painted on 3 sides, but I still make sure the top I use a canopy, and I garbage bag off the canopy as well. Absolutely no light can get in when we're doing this. So that's the idea anyways. So what I'll do while I'm doing this is I will just move the camera back a bit, since you can't hear me over there anyways. You might be able to now. I'll still talk, but it'll be a little bit fainter. And yeah, we'll garbage bag this up. I like to, like I said, basically have it done for 9:30. I want to be on the exact same schedule as upstairs. I don't know if it makes that big of a difference, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I'll keep doing it. It doesn't hurt anything. Oh, hey, Jeff. Yeah, Steve Steve had a camera the whole time. He's just using his phone tonight instead of his computer.
Yeah, I use my phone when we do these live streams so that I can show stuff in the fish room.
Exactly. Okay, so I'll pull that back and get started and show you how I have it all taped off. Hey, Trav, can you check for me again?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So,
Perfect.
we're good? Perfect. So, yeah, I want to basically mask everything off with garbage bags. I'm not going to tint it tonight. I will tint it in the morning. Here's the dirty, grungy canopy I'll use, because that's going to help with our masking as well. So a question was asked about how to dim the tank. Well, that dims the tank quite a bit right there. So that's the start. Then I just use strips of garbage bags, essentially. I have a lot. I think that's pretty much it for that.
So no light at all, eh?
No, you want it completely black. And like I said, 3 sides are painted on this tank already. I'll maybe put another. That tape didn't hold too good.
Lost the picture.
Oh, completely?
It froze.
Yeah, it froze.
Oh. Okay, sorry about that. Froze it up. But yeah, completely everything. You want absolutely no light. Zero light. Zero light. Zero light. And this is my rotor tank. There's only about 20 of them in here. These guys are a little better than a week old, like 8 days old. See if that might get pictures of them. Yeah, so that's how it's done.
Cool.
Yeah, man. It's quite the process. It's quite the process.
Now the hard part starts.
Yeah, now the real fun work starts. Hello, sir. How are you? Merry Christmas to you too. So I don't green the water on hatch night. I don't add rotifers, nothing. I add rotifers, well, when I get up tomorrow morning. If they've hatched, I will add rotifers at that point.
So is there a reason behind that?
Well, the larvae won't have any. They won't have any light until I uncover it and add light. And they can't hunt without light. They can't hunt in the dark.
Got it.
So
Okay.
to me, it just seems, yeah, it seems like a waste on water quality more than anything.
Right.
Um, yeah, to put the rotifers in there before they're able to hunt them. So I do know I did forget to put that mesh over that intake, but they won't be able to get into that intake until I turn the water on anyway, so they'll be okay.
Yeah, just don't forget.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But that works well for water changes. I should show you guys a water change, like how very simple a water change is in that tank. I have that camera on now. It's so easy when they're up to this stage. I literally I literally put a trickle on, and I'll leave it just a trickle on for like 2-3 hours. And you'd be surprised how fast the tank fills with a trickle. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically like a couple 100% water change, and it's got no ill effects on it because it's an absolute trickle.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It works very well. Raheem, no, I do not own a pet shop. These all these images you're seeing and videos, they are my basement, and actually that the marine tank from earlier, it's in my dining room. So Steve,
Very cool.
yeah, man, that's the process for the start a lot of work.
I have a bit of time to prepare before I am in that position.
Yeah, if you're waiting for those ones to grow out,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah, I've got two of them paired off in different tanks so far, and then
Oh, very good.
I got four in the 20-gallon.
And have you noticed them starting to work things out?
Um, they've actually started picking on another one. So there's one that hides up in the corner. It's not as severe as it was when there were more in there.
Right?
So I might just try and leave him in there and see what happens.
Okay.
Unless he starts to show signs of distress,
Yeah.
then I'll pull him out. But
You'd think he'd try to save himself a little bit too, right?
yeah, well he stays fairly well hidden and away from the other three.
Okay.
So far it's not impacting him getting food or anything. He stays up near the surface, so he gets lots of food.
Ah, very good. My 6 compartment unit there is working pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty wild.
Maybe, and they seem to be kind of sorting their stuff out a little bit in there. I'll throw the camera up on that. Um, they're bickering a bit, but they mainly hang out in the flower pots.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's what mine are doing too. They just hang out around the flower pot. I don't know if you've seen my my guppies are starting to show some really nice color.
They are. They are. They're looking real nice. You should look at those, Trevor. Those are your old guppies.
Oh yeah, holy cow. Oh,
I
whole bunch
I,
of
cro-
them. Look good.
I crossed them with these big blue females that I got at the pet store.
Yep, they got big tails, eh?
Yeah.
Holy.
So that's what I've been working on. I got all these males down here. These are going to be the ones I get rid of, I think.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, they look pretty good, Steve.
Yeah, these are the ones that I've just kind of let grow up together. I picked out a bunch of the bigger ones, so they're out.
Yeah, I definitely like the blues more.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some that are a little deeper blue than others, so I'm gonna try and pull those ones out and see what happens.
Yeah, I definitely like the blues more. And these are from those black metallics.
Yeah, so the black metallic males I crossed with these big blue females that I got at the pet
That's
store.
right. That was a good call.
So and most of them are coming out either blue or orange. I've got a couple in here that are kind of a yellowy tail color, but I'm not really too interested in those ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the blues. Most definitely. That one there is a red tail.
Yeah,
The one's
there's
got a
the
lot
one
of
at the
red.
back. The one at the
Yeah.
back there. Yeah, he's kind of nice too.
Looks Jason from Redfish Bluefish, he'd probably have an interest in these guys. He's been getting into the guppies quite a bit. But
Yeah, it's just hard to get them down there.
yeah. I mean even just seeing them. Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's one with a yellow tail.
Yeah, that's just a generic Taiwan guppy.
Yeah,
Really. That's
yeah, yeah. It's these other ones that I'm more interested in.
yes, Raham. I am from Canada. Ontario. Home of the COVID. And so these guys, show the parents, Steve, because these guys aren't colored up like the parents.
Not quite yet. Yeah, there's a couple that are starting to turn, but they're just that sellable size, so they're not very big yet. I don't know if I'll be able to get her or not, but she's in here somewhere.
Oh, there she
That's
is, yeah.
that's the male.
Yeah, you're going to have to start getting rid of some of them.
Yep. Yeah, those ones in the bottom tank, they're big enough to go. They're about inch and a half to 2 inches.
Yeah, they're most definitely ready.
But yeah, she's hiding, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to get a good picture or not. Not sure where she's at even.
But you need to go upstairs so we can see your guppies, or your clownfish.
Okay.
I want to see how their growth is turning out compared to mine.
They're doing all right.
But that's my 6.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're not too good here, Rahim, on it. It's a lot of people are sick. But yeah, everybody seems to be getting along in this compartment, 20-gallon long. It's on the system, so don't anybody freak out about water quality having this many fish in one tank. It's connected to the entire system. And there's 4 sponge filters in there as well, in a 20-gallon long. So
Right.
yeah, it's they got pretty good water in there. But yeah, they all seem to hang out in the flower pots. They all eat well in there. I don't see that guy in the end. There's one in the pot. I don't know, maybe he beat the other guy up and he's hiding. But it happens. They're sorting
Yeah,
they're in the bonding process, right? So, but it's neat to watch them. It's neat to sit back and watch them. Oh, I see you got yours up there.
absolutely. My tank's a little bit of a mess right now. I got some red algae spreading around. But
You guys are looking healthy.
yeah, they
Look,
look pretty good. Aside from the yucky background, don't pay attention to that.
so yeah, these are babies that Steve got off me. You got them pretty young and grew them out, eh?
Yeah, they were pretty tiny.
Yeah,
They're
that
doing pretty
guy's
well.
nice and dark. That one guy up front.
Yeah, they're doing
Both
pretty
of them,
well.
actually. Yeah. That guy in the back looks dark, Steve.
Yeah, that's the one that keeps hiding. He doesn't hang around with the other 3 very much.
Oh, wow. Unless it's just your lights, but he looks really,
It's
really dark. Okay, it
yeah,
might be the lights.
yeah, it's just the light.
Yeah, I want to keep a couple that are really dark. And we're probably going to get quizzed by Trevor here shortly. He's been reading a clownfish book the entire live stream.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the corals are doing pretty well.
Is that a Zoa? Is that what they call that?
No, this is an acan.
Acan.
It's doing really well.
Yeah.
My other ones are not doing as well, but this one's doing pretty good.
Oh, look at this already. Oh, she just left.
Are they cleaning the pot already?
Yeah, the female was right down in there, hanging out, getting stuff going.
That's hilarious.
Jeez. Okay, I got one of them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I got one of them.
I got some of these. Where is it there? I got a
Hammer.
little. No, it's an elkhorn.
See, I don't know
Little,
any of the coral names.
little piece that broke off. This is the main one up here.
Oh, okay.
So a couple of pieces broke off, so I just glued it on there.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that's all you have to do. My tank upstairs, like every piece of I got every piece of coral for free up there. Oh, there you found your hermit crab.
Yeah,
People were trading me for rotifers, all kinds of stuff.
he disappears every now and then all of a sudden he shows up again.
Yeah, we found weird stuff in our tank upstairs, man. All these weird starfishes and all kinds of stuff.
I think he's getting ready to molt again.
He's gonna steal a bigger shell. But I'd say our babies are the same size.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I've noticed mine, their growth rates really jumped as soon as this system was all cycled and balanced out and going. Even my younger batch I have, they're growing way faster than this first batch grew. But yeah, you're an inch and a quarter.
I think that one's probably the biggest. Maybe an inch and a half.
Yeah, he looks good. Raheem, I wouldn't call it a reef tank. I have a marine tank. Well, this one right here that the parents live in. but it's not like you see some of these guys. They have reef tanks. Mine's just a tank with some corals in it. I guess that's as close as I would ever call it to a reef tank. But they're all alive and they look pretty cool, so doing all right.
Yeah, so you see these three just kind of follow each other around, and then the other one just kind of appears now and then.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the one that'll end up getting paired off first if it's very subdominant.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Never know. You never know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, you can see the ones on the far right on my screen, they're battling a bit right now. Today's been battle day for them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they're very equally sized, right? So they might take them a little longer to sort things out. And I think they're also the two biggest I have. Like, that's pretty close, I say, to 1.5 inches. That guy there.
Right. Yeah, these ones are all fairly similar in size, too, still. I guess they'll start slowing down at some point.
Yeah, I would assume. Probably when they start breeding. Honestly, because, yeah, the male's only going to get to 2 inches to start. Like, that's what he's going to finish off at. Females might go to, like, 3 inches, right? So,
Right.
well, you see the size of my male there. It's not that big. He's a lot bigger than the baby still, but he's really
Right.
not that big. I currently have one breeding pair of clownfish. That's all I have. I'm getting some more reared up, and actually, there's a couple I've been looking at purchasing. A couple pairs. I would like to get a couple more pairs breeding. The more I get into this, the more I'm finding I'm always looking for efficiency and how to do stuff efficient. And I don't think keeping rotifers and all that jazz, I don't think it's efficient to do all that just for one pair. I think to maximize your efficiency from a rotifer culture and whatnot, I think you'd want to have at least 2 or 3 pairs going to be most efficient anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of work to go through for one pair, for sure.
Right, I've been extremely fortunate that my pair is like clockwork, but if your pair is spotty, hit and miss with breeding, it'd be a pain in the ass to keep a rotifer culture, and if you're doing phytoplankton and everything else going.
Yeah, especially when you're only using rotifers for first couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yep. That's it, and then yeah, you have a rotifer cross usually right before you have eggs ready. By the way, I got lots of rotifers for this group. I keep 2 rotifer colonies going at all times now, and I keep a backup in the fridge.
Good.
And I have 1 rotifer colony right now that's just absolutely booming, and I have one that's kind of been doing kind of crappy for a little bit here, so I think I got to restart it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I can restart it from my other culture.
We got a good shot of this longfin albino here.
Oh dear. Yeah, he's a different looking fella. Fairly straight fins on him.
Yeah.
Fairly straight fins.
He's in in there with the lemon blue eyes.
Oh, you're trying to ruin things, are you?
No, well, I didn't have anywhere else. I didn't have anywhere else to put them. So.
Well,
The lemon blue eyes are still growing out, so they're not ready to breed yet. Anyway.
when you come up to get these golden bristlenose, bring that guy up with you.
Yeah, sure.
I'll hook him up with a couple females, get some different blood going.
All right.
Raheem, yeah. Well, you just kind of got to get into her and take multiple sources of advice and use the best advice you find from those multiple sources and spend your money. Spend your money on some rotifers and rotifer food and all the rest.
How do you like that for an endler?
That's an endler.
It came from an endler female.
Wow, it's got a pretty red tail on it.
It's the size of a guppy.
I'd say. Jeff, that's cool. I'm not familiar with those kinds of epistos, but you'll have to send me a picture.
Okay.
Here, come and read it. I don't know how to even say it. Opal boreali?
Oh, Borelli. Yeah, Borelli.
Oh yeah.
We spawned them years and years ago.
Yeah, Jeff likes the epistos.
Yeah.
Sure does. He's the episto man. It's gonna be Barry's episto man. So it looks like they've been working on that pet shop in Barry.
I haven't been by for a while. Have they started actually working on it?
Yeah, it looks like they're actually putting stuff in it now and getting it going. I seen them there. People were there. I didn't pop in and bother them. I didn't want to bug them while they're probably a little stressed out right now.
Yeah, I would think so.
Right, trying to open a fish store right now. That's yeah, I don't know, but yeah, looked like they were getting stuff ready.
Good.
Have you had any luck? I think you have actually had luck spawning those already, Jeff. How many of them do you have now? So yeah, that's hopefully we have a good spawn tomorrow. Hopefully we have lots and lots of babies.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
hope so.
Jeff says he was in there last week and they were doing lots of stuff.
Okay, cool. That would be nice to see something other than a big box store, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to see some 2-month-old clownfish eating? These are like the absolute cutest size of clownfish of life. This is like
Throw them up.
everything has its pinnacle of life. I'm telling you, a clownfish is at 2 months old. They're never going to be cuter than they are at 2 months old. So I'll move the camera and I'll give them their favorite TDO food. And you guys can see how cute they are. They fight a little bit for cute people, but
Yeah, throw it up big screen.
make sure we're lined up there. This new camera seems to work pretty good.
Yeah, blow it up so it's full screen.
Yeah. Give her a shot here.
There you go.
Yeah, they don't ever get cuter than that.
Seems to have frozen. Camera froze, Jesse.
Oh, did it? Shit. Okay. I have to fix the extension cord up on it a little bit. Okay, just gotta switch it back and forth here and it should be fine. There we go.
Yep.
They're not very shy about eating. See if that's better. Yeah. Yeah, they're not shy about eating. This was a fairly successful batch.
I'll say.
Oh, very good, Jeff. That new store might be looking for them. Steve, are you still doing rams? I don't think you are.
No. No, I lost my breeding group that I was trying to raise. I haven't been able to find the space or get down to Fanatics and see if I can find another pair.
Right. Yeah, they ate all that food already.
Nice.
I could feed them that much food again and they'd eat that food again.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
Yeah, they're insane. They're insane. What happened to... Do you still have the Odessa barbs?
Yeah.
Where are
Yeah,
they? They should be breeding age.
I think they're all females, though. No, they're in here. Every single one of them has got female coloration.
Oh, I must have got all the males then. All right. Yeah. Well, when you come up for those, those plecos, I'll give you a male or a
I was actually
couple.
kind of surprised because there's so many of them.
Yeah, I gave you like 15 of them.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah, they're colorless. Yeah, they're all females.
Yeah, they're looking good size. This one looks a little fat.
Yeah, maybe you'll have to throw me a couple females and I'll throw you a couple males.
Sure.
Yes, Green Reef, I am feeding TDO.
Yeah,
Those guys at that size, they just got switched to the TDO extra small. Now, interesting fact. I went to go on an order with another guy, and I asked him, I said, yeah, I want to order some TDO too. He says, well, I don't think we can, this is all by messenger, so I'm ad-libbing here. But he says, I don't think they'll ship it for me. I said, well, they shipped it for me last time, so let's try. Sure enough, they said, no, we won't ship it. So I don't know how I got it shipped to me last time.
So you got lucky.
Yeah. I have to maybe order a bulk order next time and hope I'm lucky.
That's so weird that they won't do that.
Yeah, something to do with it's not approved in Canada or something. But they love it. They grow good on it. They absolutely love the food. Absolutely love it.
They just hide under this news.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just gabbing. Well, buddy, I'm going to cut tonight's a little bit short.
All right, sounds good.
I don't think I'm going to go for 2 hours tonight. I'm not really. It's been a long couple of days.
Yeah,
But
that's Christmas too, so we'll spend some
yeah.
time with the fam. And
Yeah, I just wanted to. People have been asking me about that process. People have been asking me about the process of how to get the babies from the main tank
right,
into the grow tank, and that's that's how she's done. It's real easy. Now it's the crappy part starts now. For the next 2 weeks is crappy. I don't like the first 2 weeks of raising them. After that, as soon as they look like clownfish, I like don't lose any. But before that, it's very, very easy to lose them.
yeah,
Very, very easy. So yeah, man, your fish are looking good. I'm glad you had a good Christmas.
yeah, you too.
And I guess say hi to Jen for me.
We'll do that.
All right. Well, hopefully some people got something out of that who were interested in that part of the clownfish rearing process. And
Yep.
until next live stream, take care, everybody. Happy
All right.
fish keeping. Bye for now.
Bye bye.